Now, usually I make a point of ignoring anything I see to do with QAnon, just like all of politics, really. Brexit, Donald Trump, climate change, COVID, all of these things to me are a distraction. They're all disempowering. They're things that are going on somewhere else. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just there. And the fact that these are the things that are headlined by the media constantly, there's an agenda there to disempower, to distract the individual. So I keep away from these things. But I just saw this video in my recommended list, and it's basically asking a group of people who are happy to put up their hand and say, yes, I am a QAnon believer, a QAnon supporter, whatever the descriptor would be, and basically asking them what they believe. So I thought, just as a quick thing, I would take a listen and see what they think. And another thing, anything that grabs your interest like this, there's always something there that you're meant to see, a piece of the puzzle that I can usually glean really quite quickly. And that's just happened to me in the space of this video. So I'm going to play an excerpt from the video, and then I'm going to tell you what arose in me as a response.
Those Trump supporters you see waving around the letter Q are followers of Q.
What QAnon is a fringe movement in which many baseless conspiracy theories are discussed on the internet.
So I dove deep into the rabbit hole to talk to 4 prominent QAnon researchers, including one who has 140,000 YouTube subscribers and millions of views.
What is QAnon?
QAnon is basically a shadow civil war between rogue intelligence agencies and good guys, for lack of a better term.
Do we all agree on this? This exists.
QAnon 100%.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%. Q's a guy that's on the internet.
Not a guy.
Not a guy.
It's a group. The people that have the full scope of the picture is less than 10.
In your mind, Q is a force of good?
Yes.
And it's saving us from what? An elite satanic pedophile ring?
One of the aspects of corruption they are working to dismantle is human trafficking rings, yes.
What big profile people are in this pedophile ring?
Do you want names?
Sure.
Hillary Clinton.
You think Hillary Clinton's a pedophile?
Worse.
What's worse than a pedophile?
Human sacrifice, child sacrifice.
A lot of these babies are bred specifically for that purpose.
Give me 5 names of big names that are going down.
Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, John McCain, George Bush, and
Obama. James
Obama.
Comey.
The conspiracy theories surrounding Obama, Michelle is a man.
I'm just saying, there's a bulge.
What real evidence is there to support any of these claims?
what claims?
What claims? You just said Hillary Clinton eats babies and Michelle Obama pisses standing up.
That's the tough thing about conspiracy theories, is that a lot of them are put out there very purposefully to distract and confuse, and they're just BS.
So what's being sent out to distract us?
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth. See? See? You believe? See?
So please let me comment on that. All right, I'm gonna blow your minds right now. You ready?
All right. Looking forward to it.
When we scrutinize all those things coming from NASA, it's all CGI, it's all edited.
So you're telling me moon round, Jupiter round, sun round,
Not
Earth
spherical.
flat.
The world's round.
The reason that QAnon is a Trump supporter's wet dream is because it encompasses nearly every conspiracy theory in the history of the world, from the Freemasons to the deep state and everything in between.
There's a fine line between questioning the mainstream version and creating your own stories. This is why they are 100% correct for not believing in the stories their government and media tell them, and also why, when asked up front for immediate proof, they all go silent. Most people seem to look at QAnon and laugh. But wise people look at QAnon and ask themselves, wow, I wonder what crazy bullshit I believe. The whole takeaway from diving into conspiracy theories, if you are smart enough, is that all you have are beliefs. All you have are stories. It's not about believing the earth is flat, for example. It's about realizing you don't know what the earth is. You just accept what others have told you. To me, QAnon is almost certainly a psyop. These guys admittedly have no idea who Q is, or whom the several people behind Q are, according to one of them. That means it could literally be anyone. The powers that should not be, and it doesn't matter to me one bit that I cannot directly point to the top of the pyramid and say that's them. The powers that should not be benefit hugely from a movement where people often quite literally put up a flag that says, "Hi there, I'm far enough outside of the box that I'm willing to do crazy shit." These people put Donald Trump in the White House, remember? I don't care what your media told you to think about Donald Trump, the establishment did not like it one bit. It bucked the trend. When Trump was voted out, these same people stormed the United States Capitol building, forcing their corrupt government officials to flee in terror. So they are potentially dangerous, but they are easily spotted. And by having a controlled opposition movement which seems grassroots in origin, all of these potentially dangerous people become neutered. We can put them on mainstream TV shows and mock them for their beliefs, because they're idiots. And ultimately, it's no great threat to the system, because the great mass of people, the vast majority, are nowhere near QAnon. They're safely in the pen with the rest of the herd. It's polarisation again. What I loosely term the truth movement, and it's not an organised thing at all, it's not like a label you can apply to something. But that is the biggest threat to the status quo on Earth. Individuals breaking the mental shackles and realising just how disempowering the mainstream story is at every level. Just how fake it all is, from the money, to the laws, to the nations themselves, the story of where it all came from, and where it might be going. But the way out of mental slavery is not to join some goofy club and to start believing mad shit. It's within. To connect with the only source of truth which was placed within you, so it cannot be corrupted. It's to become an army of one, a beacon of truth, a law unto yourself, so that your words and actions begin to affect others around you and will show them that you mean business. That's what the people at the top of the pyramid fear most. These guys are on the right track because they're at least off the fucking start line, which is more than can be said for a lot of human beings right now. But in my experience, you have to spend some time alone in the desert of so-called conspiracy theory before you can let go of all stories, all of them. And only then can you start to put together your story of how you want the world to be. Pointing at shadows on the wall achieves nothing but frightening yourself. You have to become the light, and then you will make those shadows disappear.